Hey guys, sorry it's taking so long to get this next video blog up, but I've been quite busy the last couple weeks. Let's see, last time I sent out a video blog, which I think was about 3 weeks ago. Um, since then, I've had my second round of chemotherapy, which was the 27th, 28th, and 29th of February, and that went real well. Was able to walk in, get everything done pretty smoothly for the most part, and everything went well. So that was at the end of the month. The reason why I haven't been able to get a video blog up sooner was because I was in the hospital for the past week or so for some complications regarding the chemo. Not that it's gone bad or anything, but the tumor is starting to break up, which is good. And due to the tumor breaking up, it causes the tumor to get angry and start some swelling in the spot where the tumor is at. And what was happening was that I was getting some blackout episodes where I just completely lose track of where I was, or I would just pass out and not know what would happen. Some other scary issues would happen, which my dad would have to deal with, but he did a great job handling me, being my caretaker and everything. So um, that happened about 4 or 5 times within a week when I started the second round of chemo, and by the time I finally checked in for good at the hospital. I went to the hospital 4 times that week, just to the emergency room. They gave me some medicine called Keppra, which is thought to help out with seizure episodes, which they thought I was having at first, but then they found out that I wasn't having that, which is good. They found out that I was just having a lack of blood flow to my head, and to help deal with that was to lay down and get blood flow to my head, so I would be able to, wake back up and be able to function without passing out. So it was kind of a difficult week to deal with. They always say that, it's 2 steps ahead, 1 step back, and you'll feel worse than you'll feel worse first before you feel better. So I'm hoping that this week was just that bad week of mine. But besides that, I'm doing well now. I got out yesterday at about 5:30 after spending a week in the hospital, just kind of being monitored and getting some stuff done known as a lumbar puncture, also known as a spinal tap, where they drain the fluid that is in my head and spinal cord. It's all the cerebral spinal fluid that's getting drained. I was at a high pressure of 29, which I don't know if that means anything to you, or it doesn't even really mean anything to myself, but started at 29 and I finished at below 10, so it was a pretty high level of spinal fluid that was collecting in my system. So the swelling in the back of my head's gone now. I'm feeling much better. I'm just more tired than anything else after spending a week in the hospital, not really moving around a whole lot. But things are better now. I'm back home. Let's see, I have a whole list of stuff to tell you guys about. Yeah, they put me on some steroids that I was on before, which they took me off, but I'm back on them again to help reduce the swelling and keep it down. So that's my only medicine as of right now that I'm currently taking. So basically, the whole theme of this is that the tumor has shrunk and it's continuing to shrink, and it's a good thing, even though I went through some bad stuff this past week. So it's a good thing that it's shrunk. Besides being home, it's been great. My next chemotherapy session is at the end of the month, on March 26th. I have a meeting with my doctor beforehand to discuss whatever options, or just to see how I'm feeling before I go into chemo again. Again, I'm scheduled for 4 rounds, and this will be the 3rd round. On top of that, I have to do some speech therapy to try to help get my swallow back, so I can actually eat real food and not use the peg tube anymore. So I'll be setting that up within the next week or so. Besides that, everything else is going well. The weather looks beautiful outside. I'm looking forward to sitting outside and reading some books and enjoying the weather within this week before it gets nasty again, if it gets nasty. I know the support has still been great. I'm still getting a lot of text messages and and mail and phone calls, people caring, and it's been great being able to read up and know that people still care about how my health is going, and I'm doing my best to try to keep in touch with everyone. This past week was definitely tough trying to have the energy to talk with people and try to keep them updated on what's going on with my life. But don't assume that I'm not interested in talking with you. I'm just very out of it. So as soon as I get my strength back, I'll be much more active with visiting people and being able to take phone calls and stuff like that and be able to catch up. However, I do want to give a special shout out to FC Richmond, especially. They've been very supportive over the last 2 weekends with some banners they've created. For those of you who don't know, FC Richmond is a club that I grew up playing for, soccer-wise, and I coached for this past fall. But the past couple weekends have been great. I've been getting a lot of pictures through Facebook and emails with the teams wearing their Stow Strong shirts at the local tournaments that they've had in Richmond this past weekend, at the Jefferson Cup and the Ultimate Cup. And it's been great seeing those pictures come in. Had some great banners sent to my house with a lot of the current players who have signed them from the local high schools and obviously from all over the club. And I really appreciate that. I have them hanging up right now in my apartment, as you can see over my shoulder here, and another one over there. And lastly, this is something that really touched me really closely this past week. My dad used to coach this girl back in the day, soccer-wise, and her little sister had the same birthday as I did on February 17th, is what I was told. And her name is Sage Feehan. If I said that correctly, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but Sage Feehan. She decided to dedicate her birthday towards help fundraising towards my cause. So I was told that close to $500 was raised, and that's just something you don't see out of a young person who I believe is, I think, around 10 years old or so. I'm sorry if I got that wrong too. I'm getting all the information from my dad, but especially from a young girl like you, it means a lot to see that, and I definitely appreciate your good thoughts and support through supporting that. I hope to meet you sometime so I can thank you in person, but right now I'm kind of homebound to my bed. But that was something very special you don't see a lot out of young kids, and I hope to meet you someday. So yeah, those two shout-outs especially meant a lot to me this past week, and I know this video is a little longer than usual, but I've had a lot to cover, so I hope this is helpful, and I'm sorry again about taking so long to get it updated, and I'll be sure to let you guys know about any other updates when they come out after chemo or any other big news that happens. But for now, take it easy. I've been doing fine, so I'll be sure to see some of you soon, and I'll be in touch. Alright, thanks, bye.